So far we have seen functions where we pass the information by value, right? A simple type like numeric value is basically used as a pass by value. Let's consider another example where we have a more complex type. In case of arrays, let's just take an example of arrays. I have an array of student and their names are in the array. Let's say Mo, Kelly, Stacy, Jack, and so forth, right? If I were to pass this information to a function which takes arrays as its input value, and let's say I just iterate over the array and display it, right? So in my simple function display, I take in students array, and so in this display method, let's say I want to print the student names, so I can iterate over them using for loop for name in student array. Okay, print. All right, so in this case, if my program at the top defined students array and puts in these values, Mo and Jack, okay, so that's my array. Now what this does, like I mentioned, is it creates a variable which points to some location in RAM which holds your values inside the array. When you pass that array over to the display function, so let's say down in my program, I call the function display, passing it the variable students. So in this case, when I call this function, passing it the students array, it does not copy the value and pass it over here. All it does is it actually sends a pointer of this array to and stores the pointer in the students array variable or students array parameter. So in this case, after this call is done, there will be another variable in scope inside the function student array which points to the same location. Okay, so both students variable and student array variable point to the same location in memory. In this case, I'm just printing the value. I'm not changing or updating the value. Okay, so let's say if I want to instead of just printing the value, I want to capitalize the name and store it in the array. Okay, so I capitalize names. So after this function is executed, these names will be capitalized, and since the variable is student array, it's pointing to the same location. So let's say these names are capitalized. Once this function call is done, therefore, after execution of this function, when my program comes here and if I want to print students array, in which case this variable is pointing to an array in memory, this will print out capitalized names and the reason is that this variable and student array variable were pointing to the same location in memory. Actually is referred to as pass by reference. Pass by reference. Because in this case, you're not passing the copy of the value, you're passing the reference where it's pointing in memory. So any operation that you want to do inside your function will affect the actual location in memory and not the copy of that value.